what is the key for us to prevent the dystopia? Is there a path to prevent it?
There is no path to stop the dystopia. There's none. There's none. It's over. And when I first saw AI come out in a public facing product, I claimed it. The metaphor I used recently is, imagine a dinosaur 50 years before the comet, before the asteroid. And it's like, the dinosaurs are done. And then imagine a dinosaur that sees the comet 20 years out and goes, the dinosaurs are done. And then, there's a dinosaur on the other side of the world where the comet hits and he gets a little earthquake and he sees some stuff go into the sky and he goes, the dinosaurs are done. Well, all three dinosaurs are right. And it takes all the dinosaurs to be done a little bit longer. I'm calling the 20 years before it's over call. I'm that dinosaur. It's over. And it's game over. It's a zero out phenomena. It's into the black hole. It's the system as we know it is done. And that could be a negative or a positive, depending on your point of view. You can take a point of view about that. But that doesn't mean human extinction. That just means what we've been creating for the last 10 or 20,000 years now comes to a evolutionary branch. So we've been going down one branch without another branch starting. But look at our history. We have, for a billion years, we have branches that start, come to an end, a new branch goes, comes to an end, a new branch grows. So that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying that it comes to an end, this branch, with this technology. And I think it's a great thing personally, because I think there's a lot of flaws with this branch. There were already a lot of flaws. I was born to a post-World War II, mutual destruction, threat-based global paradigm, just like everybody else. And so I think there are just some significant flaws. And I don't think that when the dystopian narrative comes to an end, that means the world becomes dystopian. I think it means that dystopian narrative dies and it's over. And there's a new branch that takes off. And we don't know what that new branch is. But what I find utopian about that branch is that we're consciously aware of it happening now. So we're the first generations to realize not only is there a branch and it's going to happen, we're also aware of the fact that we get to intervene and influence and nudge and use the exact same technologies that we're talking about creating the dystopian narrative to actually create this other narrative and course correct along the way. And I'm not the only thinker in the space thinking this way. There are others that are also, and there are people that are teaming up around this and getting investment in it, meaning that there's capital behind it. So this kind of stored energy behind it. And there's very early stages of this and also some further stages down the road, like BitTensor, that's now worth billions, that's looking in these directions with people that are very forward thinking. And I think they seed the next culture. They seed the next global systems. They seed the next branch of this evolution. And it's up to us to make sure it doesn't include the previous nature of the dystopian narrative that we talked about. It ties in higher levels of consciousness and an evolution in consciousness with higher level mathematics and an evolution in mathematics, an evolution in the nature of our spoken languages and the way we relate to each other. It includes a vast advancement on what is digital technology as of today. It looks at it as like a precursor technology, like a stone axe compared to an iPhone. The iPhone is the stone axe to this thing, right? And we want to create it and we want to be part of it. And it fires me up to even think about it because it answers and solves the really big problems, like why our species can't take care of our basic needs, like clean water, clean food, clean treatment of the environment, and clean, fair treatment of each other. Let's just start there. And let's transcend this global mutual destruction paradigm, ultimately going nowhere. So when I look at that, I think okay, yeah, there's a dystopian narrative. There's no stopping it. I claim it. It's over. And it was created by our own hands and it comes to end by our own hands. And then I ask, okay, what comes next? Because the universe is not a vacuum. The universe is already creating this new evolutionary branch.
Yeah, I think about it in much the same way that we've sort of had our shot with capitalism and all of the structure that has industrialization of everything over the past couple of 100 years. And if you project out to where we're headed, if we continue down this same path without some sort of intervening, like you mentioned earlier, all the rivers are polluted, the oceans are filled with trash, every barrel of oil is burnt, and every mine is, we pull every piece of valuable commodity out of the ground and commoditize it or turn it into a solar panel or whatever we're doing with all the metal and stuff these days. And we need something to sort of steer the ship in a different direction.